I know. This video is long awaited both for you and I. If you don't know my channel or you're not familiar with my content or my animals, I would like to let you know now that you are in for a ride. There are a lot of reptiles in this house, specifically leopard geckos, specifically geckos in general, and so I'll save those for the last bit and I'll start with my dog Jackson.
This handsome hunk is Jackson. Yes it is. How you doing, Papa? Here, show the people your tongue. You got spots on your tongue. Wait, come back, come back. No, come back. Oh, I said I'm sleepy. I want to go to bed. Are you laying on it? He found a piece of cardboard box, brought it over here, chewed it, and then he laid on it. That's what you did, isn't it? Jackson, cute doggo. I've had Jackson for 3 years, and he's the light of my life. I love him to bits. He is my child. This is my only offspring. I will never have another. No, I'm just kidding. He's absolutely great, though. Look, there's a spotted tongue. I don't know what breed he is. He is a mixed dog. I adopted him, and I tried giving him the DNA test, but he bit me. He doesn't like the swabs. Do you, buddy? No, he's a very finicky dog. I feel like he's mixed with Chihuahua or Jack Russell because he can go psycho sometimes. But other times he's the sweetest little angel in the world, just like right now. Yes, he is.
So that was Jackson. He's the light of my life. And now I'm going to show you guys my bigger lizards that are named Haku and Franklin. So this handsome guy is Franklin, and he is my bearded dragon. He is going to be 4 years old this April, and he was 5 months old when I got him from someone who was rehoming him. They had bought him from a breeder to keep as a pet, and that person had to like rehome a bunch of their bearded dragons, so Franklin was just the last one to go. I did not name him Franklin. Franklin came from his previous owner, and I kept the name because I just loved it. I thought he looked like a Franklin, and to this day he still feels like a Franklin to me. He just got out of the bath, so he's nice and hyper. But yeah, that's just a quick little introduction to Franklin. Oh, and this is his house. It's not complete. I have to decorate it still. But yeah, it's a really big house with a sliding glass front doors, and then that's his mercury vapor bulb. But yeah, that's Franklin. He's a good guy. Really well behaved. Just a really good bearded dragon. Ain't that right, buddy? Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah. Look at that big old chin. Look at that big beardy neck. Look at it. Oh yeah, you enjoying my company now? Earlier he wanted me to get away from him, but I think the bath put him in a good mood. I also just filmed his reptile profile, and if you don't know what reptile profile is, that's actually really important to this video because I'm only giving quick snippets into each of the reptiles' behavior and what they're like and where I got them from. So if you want to know more about them, you should go check out my reptile profile series. There is a video for each reptile that I have, so if you want to know more about a specific reptile, then you can just go and click on the reptile profile to learn all about them. But anyway, that's a goodbye from Franklin. We'll move on to the next animal now, right buddy? Right? Goodbye. This is Haku the skink. I want to apologize in advance if my hands are shaky because my basset hound won't move away from me. But yeah, he's a really cool blue tongue skink. He's big, he's full grown. It's kind of hard to see because he's got himself behind. Well, he's running away. Let's finish this up real quick. So we don't know if Haku is a male or a female, as it is notoriously hard to sex blue tongue skinks unless you are, planning to breed them. So we don't know if he is male or female, but we call him he anyway. And we named him Haku based off of the character from Naruto and off of the character from Spirited Away. But the Naruto character is kind of like a masculine female or a feminine male, and there's like a lot of talk in the show about whether or not Haku is a man or a woman, so we thought that was kind of fitting since we don't actually know whether Haku is a female or a male skink. Aaron got him from a breeder at NERBC Tinley Park last March, so we've actually had him for a year in like a couple weeks, and oh, look, now they're all trying to get in on going in his house. But yeah, he's just a really easy skink. He's super nice, even though he looks like a meanie. Yeah, that's Haku. I share Haku with Aaron, my fiance, but Franklin is all mine. Now that you've met Franklin and Haku, I'd like you guys to meet my amphibians. I have 2 axolotls and 4 fire-bellied toads. This is Ron, and this is probably the most you'll ever see of him because he's usually hiding, but I've caught him in a peculiar moment in which I came in the room and turned the lights on and he was already out. So like I said, this is Ron. He's actually named after Ron Weasley from Harry Potter, so his full name is Ronald Bilious Weasley, and he is a freckled leucistic axolotl, which
means that he is leucistic, which is the white, and he has freckles, which are the black marks that you see along his body. You may also note that he has a cloacal prolapse, which means that he cannot be bred and he cannot be housed with females, which is why he's here with me, because his breeder posted him and said, hey, I can't use this guy as a breeder, even though that's what I intended to use him for. Oh, see, he's leaving. He has registered that I have turned the light on. Bye, Ronald. So a little bit more about Ronald. He is leaving, and he is, I think he's going to be 4 years old in March, and I will have had him for 2 years in May. No, I will have had him for 3 years in May. Holy cow. So this is Harry, and because he's black, he's really hard to see, but he's just precious. Like, he's so cute. See if I can focus in on his face. You can see his eye and his mouth. It's about as good as it's gonna get. The funny thing about Harry is he actually has like a gill growing off of his gill. Like, it's like a little branch off that has its own little wispies. I don't know what they're called. I'm sure they have a name and I should probably know it, but I don't. Anyways, he's so beautiful and he's doing so well considering he was a pet store rescue. I don't actually know if he's a him or not, but you can go watch a whole video about him on this channel. He's grown so much now that I've recorded his, hi buddy. I've recorded his bit like 4 times now because he just keeps growing and growing. So hopefully I'll actually get it up this time and won't have to record another one. But isn't he just the most handsome little face ever? Look at him. He's stunning. Oh, and he's named after Harry from Harry Potter. I feel like that was pretty obvious since Ron's bit was first and Ron is named after Ron Weasley. But yeah, this is Harry and he's just the cutest little baby thing ever. So I have the flash on so it's easier to see. I just cleaned their tank so there's a lot of water all over the place, but they should be clean for the most part minus some floaties because they poop a lot. But I have 4 fire-belly toads. Though they're called toads, they're actually frogs. Let's see if I can get all of them on camera. We've got this one right here, that's Bolin. This one is Cora. This one is Asami. And this one right here is Mako. I got them in June of 2016, so I've had them for almost 2 years. And they all came from a pet store, but 2 of them were from a Petco adoption because somebody brought them back and didn't want them, and they were actually keeping them in a 12-12-18 exoteric, which is not a good setup for 2 fire-belly toads. But yeah, so I've had them all that time. They live here in this 20-gallon wall with their sponge filter and their magnaturals ledges and a bunch of little floating plants and leaves and stuff. See, this looks so dirty because of the light, but I literally just cleaned it and none of this was here, so yay! They poop a lot. Frogs poop a lot. But anyways, yeah, that's my frogs. They're super easy to care for, and if you want to know more about them, I have a couple videos about them on my channel. Oh, okay, you guys. Now we're gonna dive into my geckos. I have 21. How many leopard geckos do I even have? I have 21 leopard geckos, 1 African fat-tail gecko, and 1 crested gecko. One of these geckos is Aaron's. His name is Vash, but I pretty much care for him and stuff, so I count him as mine. But anyways, let's meet all my geckos. This is Ree. She's a crested gecko, and she doesn't really want to be bothered right now, so this will not be a long clip. But anyways, this is her house. I just cleaned it for you guys. You're welcome. Obviously for her, but also for you guys. She's probably going to jump back home. Yep, there she goes. She is, let's see, 6 years old this year in September. And she was a slow grower. I adopted her. And for a long time I wasn't sure if she was a female until she laid eggs, because her previous owners told me she grew so slow that they couldn't actually properly sex her. But yeah, that's her, and she loves to bite me, and she's a sassy queen. This is Marjorie. She is a leopard gecko. She has stunted growth, as you can see, compared to my hand. She's pretty small, and this is her full-grown size. She's not even 40 grams. And also she has slightly deformed eyelids, as you can see right here. Her eyelids don't meet in the corners, but it doesn't bother her too much. And on top of that, she has a neurological disorder and requires hand feeding. But she's super cute, super calm. Just look at her. She's a little sweet peach. This is Asha. She's an African fat-tailed gecko. She also has stunted growth like Marjorie, and she also has a humpback. I don't know if I can show it really well. It's
It's very, very slight now that she's gained some weight, but there's that little bump in her back right there. But yeah, she's just this tiny little adorable African fat tail little girl. And aside from having stunted growth and the spinal deformity in the form of a humpback, she's completely normal. And she's ready to run away. She also was super aggressive when I first got her, but now she's just super calm and super cute, and she won't let me show her face. Come here. Okay, well maybe not. This is Aria. She is a super snow leopard gecko, and I adopted her from someone who was feeding her a lot of waxworms, and she was super overweight, and she had a waxworm addiction, which I discussed in my waxworm feeding video. And as you can see, she has these little armpit bulges, which she had when I first got her, and then as I started feeding her more healthily and giving her a better calcium supplement, because when I got her she also was lacking in calcium, and it actually required vet attention, so she's been my most expensive one to date, but she's worth it because she's so cute. But anyways, so after she started getting more calcium in her body, she started like developing these again, and they've just been staying there, so I don't really know. Usually it's an indicator of fat, but she's not fat. She's good. But yeah, this is her. She's pretty sweet, really likes to just explore and be out of hands. As you can see, she's ready to go. Go ahead. Bloop. This is Benjamin, and I have to be kind of careful with him because he's a weirdo. So like sometimes he'll be super active and sometimes he'll be catatonic. Right now he's about to go through a shed, which is why he looks like that. His tail always gets really funky looking before a shed, and he's super pale. But he also just had 2 superworms. See, right now he's like kind of catatonic, like there you go. Benjamin has an underbite, and he has odd body structure, so if you see his neck and his head are super strange in terms of like their shape. There you can see his underbite pretty well. And his head is really flat. There, you can see it from the side, his head's really odd shaped. This is Varys. He is gone. Wait, no, Varys, stop it. He is a Max Snow Leopard Gecko. He's a big, healthy boy with a beautiful ink spot on his tail. Come back. And I adopted him at like 40 grams, and now he's almost 90, so he's put on a lot of weight. Him and his sister Brienne were super thin when I got them, and now they're chunky little monsters who just don't want to be on camera. Here, show the people your beautiful face. Come on now. There you are. This is Liana. She is a Max Snow Blizzard who doesn't like being handled, so I brought out her little cork bark piece for her. She is 6 months old, a little bit older maybe, and she's just cute as a button, and also she is healthy. She doesn't have any neuro disorders or anything like that. She's just not super fond of being touched. Come here. It's alright. Come here. Yeah, good girl. I know. This sweet, beautiful boy is Eddard, and he has Enigma syndrome, which is a neurological disorder that is associated with the Enigma morph, which is what he is. And I will include, oh my god, he's out of here. I will include a link in the description about what Enigma syndrome is, because many of my geckos have it. But he's just cute as a button, super sweet. He gets around really well for having Enigma syndrome. Like right now, he's out of here. Come back. There you are. Show the people how cute you are. He was the second gecko that I ever got that had Enigma syndrome. Oh, and for those who are wondering, he is a black hole morph. Ah, come back! Or at least that's what I was told. I don't care about morphs, so it doesn't matter to me. And he doesn't care either. He wants to be out of here. Come here, cutie. Let everyone see your face. Oh, I don't think it's happening, guys. This little guy is Jojen. He has a little bit of a curved spine. He's still growing because he's a baby, just like Liana and Tormund, who you'll see later. And he also has white and yellow syndrome. Oh, as you can see, his head got a little floppy right there. Here, come here. It's okay. It's alright. He's getting real frustrated with me. I know, honey. It's okay. He's gonna bite me, I bet. It's okay. Well, I'm gonna put him back so as not to stress him out anymore, but you get the picture. That's Jojen. This here is Merlin, and I want him to turn around and face you because he's gorgeous. Look at his gorgeous red eyes. Oh, look at that. So handsome.
but he is a supernova. That's his morph. He's also an enigma, and he has a very odd body structure. So you see his ears are really big and pointed. People actually lovingly call him the elf gecko on Instagram. And he has a curved spine, and he has a strange looking tail, and in general he's just really odd shaped. Like his head's almost shaped like an arrow. But he's a super picky eater. That's my only problem with him, is he's really picky about what he eats, when he eats, and how he eats. But yeah, that's Merlin. This is Aaron's gecko Vash. He's like the most gecko-iest of geckos. Like, I feel like he acts what you expect a gecko to act like. He's super easy, always eats, sheds fine, he's got a good body size, he's got a good tail to body ratio, he's just healthy, happy, he's a good gecko. But for all intents and purposes, we consider him my gecko because I take care of him, feed him, clean up his house, etc. But that's Vash. This is Marcella. Marcella is also an enigma. She has slight enigma syndrome, and she's actually one of my more cranky geckos and doesn't really care for being held, but she's not like really bad, she just doesn't really care for it. But yeah, this is Marcella. She's adorable, and she's out of here. This is Fritz. He's a big guy, and he's out of here. He's my first ever leopard gecko. I don't know his morph, and he was called aggressive and unruly by the adoption agency that I got him from, but he's not so bad. He just really wants to be out of here. Come back. Show everyone how beautiful you are. And he's completely healthy. He doesn't have any health issues. Come on, show them. There you go. And handsome. This is Amy. I don't know her morph. She could be a blizzard. She could be a Murphy's patternless. I don't know. All I know is she's patternless, quite obviously. But I've had her for a very long time. She's my third leopard gecko that I ever got. And she's beautiful. Her name is Eamon, but she's a girl, so I call her Amy. But yeah, she's pretty chill. She's pretty easy. Nothing much to say about her. I'm gonna go put her back since she just swallowed a pretty big superworm. This is Tormund. He's getting kind of pale in color, which means he's gonna go into shed. Liana, and like Jojen, he was born this year and he is not full grown yet. As you can see, he has turn around, buddy. Ah. As you can see, he has one big eye and one little eye. He also has kind of an egg-shaped head. See how it's like more round? And he also has a neurological disorder. But he gets around really well for having one. And he's gotten a lot better with age, too. And originally we thought that he was blind in this one smaller eye, but if you look real close into it in good lighting, he has a pupil and everything, and originally we couldn't see that, so we thought he might be blind. But yeah, he's a sweet boy. This is Shireen. She has severe enigma syndrome, and I don't want to keep her out too long because it stresses her out and she starts circling and flailing around. But this is what she looks like. She's a beautiful little lady. She was used for seasons of breeding, and that's why she has all these gray spots. Most leopard geckos don't lose that much color, but she did, and she lost a lot of color. She used to be all orange, but now she's starting to get her orange and red back, as you can see right here and on her head. But yeah, that's Shireen. This gorgeous lady is Melisandre. She also has enigma syndrome, as you can see with her head tilting back and forth. But she is a Max Snow, Bell Albino, Enigma, or some sort of combination of those. I don't know, like I said, I don't care about morphs. But she's an Enigma with Enigma syndrome, and she's beautiful, and she is out of here. Turn back around, goofball. Show the people your beauty. Cool thing about her is that her eyes are like solid red. Look how pretty. I'm gonna put her back now so she doesn't get too stressed out though. This is Sam. She has severe enigma syndrome, and she came here with her sister Gilly. Both were severely malnourished, but now they're obviously quite healthy, except for their severe enigma syndrome, which cannot be treated. Oh, come back, come back. And the second half of the duo, this is Gilly. She is about to shed, which is why she looks so funny. She's a tangerine enigma with enigma syndrome, just like her sister Sam. And she is ready to shed. Look, it's like already peeling up on her butt. Poor thing. I know. Oh. She's very frustrated, obviously, so I'm gonna put her back. This big boy here is Tywin, and he's gone. He's monstrous. I mean, just look at him. He's a big gecko.
He's like 115 grams, 120. I don't know, he changes, but he's a big guy. And he's not super fond of being handled, which I think is probably due to his size and where he came from. I kind of rescued him from a breeder, but you can hear more about him and other leopard geckos in the reptile profile videos. And I want to show you his face. And he has like this strange mark on his side. I think it's a scar, but I'm not sure. But look how handsome his face is. And his arms are so chubby. Look at him. He's just a big old guy. Just a big old ham. And this is Renly. She was the second leopard gecko that I ever got. She is a firecracker full of personality. She's adorable, and she's super old. I think she's like almost 10 now. Look how beautiful she is. She's just a darling. When I got her, I was told that she was a boy, so I named her Renly, but I kept the name after finding out she was a girl. And also, when I got her, she was super, super skinny. I mean, like, the skinniest gecko I've ever had. Super unhealthy, and I had to give her to Fats, and now she is the Fats. Come here, show them your beautiful face. Oh, yes, good girl. She just wants to be out of here. She's so playful and explorative. But watch, now that I said she's explorative, she's just gonna sit here. Go. Hey, wakey wakey. Oh, of course. You let me talk you up, huh? And now you're just gonna sit here like this? That's right. You better take off. Nope, she's moving all slow. But yeah, that's Renly. She's just a precious little peach. Look at her. Look at her. And this is Brienne. Earlier, when you saw Varys, I said that he had a sister. And by sister, I mean he had someone that he came from the same house of. They're not actually like genetically related. Come back here. But Brienne is full of spunk and attitude and energy, and she's great. She's just beautiful, and I love her to death. But when I first got her, she was only 38 grams, which is super tiny, especially for how long she is. She's a big gecko. Like, look at her. She's I can't even get her in frame because she won't stop moving. Oh, come back! Stop it right now. She's not afraid to tell me what's what either. She'll give me a good proper nipping if she's not happy, or a good squeal. So I'm waiting for that to happen. But come here, stop that. Show the good people. Stop. There you are. Be good. You're so beautiful. Be good. Be good. But yeah, so she was 38 grams when I got her, and then I have chunked her up to, I don't know, she's like close to 80 right now. She's a big lady. But yeah, this is Brienne. I love her to bits. This is Mira. I just got her. She has some eyelid growth issues. As you can see, there's like some skin growing over her eye on that side, and there's a little bit on the other eye, but I don't want to move her too much because she's really overexcited right now. This is her first day home, and she's in my hands, so she's a little nervous, and she was just running around like crazy, trying to get her to eat. Haven't had success yet, but we'll see. She did just get here today, so wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't, but this is Mira, and if you want to know more about her over time, then you should definitely check out her welcome home video. I won't post that for like weeks because I want to get to know her, but yeah, this is Mira. Oh gosh, please don't jump off the edge. That's like her favorite thing to do right now because she doesn't get like the new enclosure. She just thinks you should jump off the edge whenever you want. But yeah, that's Mira. That's my last leopard gecko for quite some time. So as you can see, most of my geckos have a background that is, you know, adoption or rehoming, or that they have special needs. And that's kind of what I like to do here. I don't like supporting pet stores, I don't like supporting breeders, and I try not to whatsoever. Most of my animals recently have special needs. That's kind of what I like to get into now. I typically leave any animals that can be cared for by other people to be cared for by other people. But since I have so much time and experience with special needs animals, especially special needs leopard geckos, I like to take them in. That clip you saw at the end was of Mira, who I finally just got. I've been trying to get her since last year. She's really small and has some growing to do, but that's okay, she'll get there in time. And before I end out this video, I want to show off my fiance's geckos, who I sometimes care for. I basically just clean their enclosures. Sometimes I spray them down and feed them, but I figured they've been on this channel before. People ask about them from time to time, so I definitely should show them in a video that features all the animals. So without further ado, here are Aaron's crested geckos and his gargoyle gecko. So yeah, I have a lot of animals. I don't know the exact number, and I feel like it's always changing. Like, I feel like eventually, by the time that I actually upload this, it'll be wrong because there'll be another animal. I've been working on this for months, okay? Like, for example, my rat Billy died recently, and he was in this, and I had to take him out because he's no longer part of the family. There'll be a little in-memory clip of him at the end. Yeah, I feel like it's changing all the time. So by the time I upload this, who knows? I'll probably have another animal friend. But I've been keeping reptiles since 2014, so I have quite a bit of experience with them. And I've been keeping rats since 2013. I've been keeping amphibians since 2015. So yeah, I've got a couple years behind me in terms of animal care. As I mentioned in the Franklin bit, if you're interested in checking out anything about them, a lot of these animals already have their developed stories as videos. So Chester already has Chester's story, and a lot of the reptile profiles that you can find on this channel are already put out there and already developed. I think at the point I'm filming this, EdArts is already going to be out this week, so like half of my geckos, or almost half, already have reptile profiles. So by the time I put this up, who knows how many will be done. But you should definitely go check them out if you're interested in learning more about one specific animal that was featured in this video. Also, I have an entire video about Harry, the axolotl that I showed, and where I got him from and his rescue situation. It's a whole half-hour long, so it's definitely in-depth, and if you're interested in seeing it, you can go find that too. Like I said, there's plenty of places you can find more information about these animals on my channel, so I really hope you do. Thank you so much for watching. Please check all the links below, like and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!